One of the biggest things I noticed when it comes to speaking with business owners, Toro hosts, and other entrepreneurs is that 90% of entrepreneurs and business owners are actually working in their business. Okay. And one of the things that I had to learn when it came to this entrepreneur game is being able to step out, free up my time, and delegate tasks. This seems to be something that is very, very difficult for especially new entrepreneurs to do. And this is something that I make sure to implement when teaching my students, right, in my mentorship. I'm Alex Otto. I help people start and scale their car rental business. In this video, I'm going to talk about one of the most important principles in business. This is something that I learned when I was around other extremely wealthy entrepreneurs. This is something that I learned when I started going to masterminds with people that were doing 7, 8, and 9 figures in their businesses. And this is something that I struggled with and something that I do continue to struggle with today, and what I noticed that a lot of other entrepreneurs struggle with. So if you're a Toro host, especially, and you're watching this video because you're always washing cars, you're meeting customers at airports, and you're the one that's picking up all the phone calls, doing all the messages, well, I hate to break it to you, but you're working in your business, okay? You're not a business owner. You're simply just an employee to your LLC, all right? So there needs to be a mindset shift for you to be able to understand what it takes to go from working in your business to working on it, okay? And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that because I've been able to achieve that, especially in the last 6 months. And more importantly, I'll explain why entrepreneurs feel the need to do this. So let's get right into the video. We're going to start with the why. Well, the reason why most entrepreneurs feel the need to work in their business is because we see our business as our own creation, almost like a baby, right? Almost like we created and fostered this business. So we want to take care of it like it's our own. And the problem with that is that we become way too scared and way too intimidated to let somebody else come in and handle some of the tasks that we do. And this is something that actually is completely understandable, believe it or not. But the problem is that if you continue to do this for too long, you will stunt the growth of your business. Okay, there's only so much time that you have. We all have a limited amount of time. Time is the one thing that we never get back. So if you're spending your time doing minimum wage activities, well, then your business will not grow, right? You'll be stuck at, minimum wage revenue. And the way for you to handle this is being able to let go, right? You have to be able to let go, and you let go by writing something called SOPs. SOPs are standard operating procedures. So every single thing you do in your business currently, you can write a standard operating procedure for. And I'll give you an example. So if your car gets returned and it needs to go to the car wash, right? So your process could be the customer texts you to return the vehicle, right? You coordinate for the return time and location. You get to the vehicle, right? You pick up the key from the customer. You drive to whether it's the nearest car wash or a very specified car wash that you have a membership with. You run the vehicle through the car wash, and whether it's you cleaning the vehicle, right, or the employees of the car wash clean the vehicle, they clean the vehicle, you bring the vehicle back, and you get it ready for the next rental, right? So I just named about 8 different things there, and you can simply put this into a Word doc, okay? Step number 1, coordinate drop off with customer. Step number 2, collect the keys and drive to the nearest car wash. Step number 3, and so on and so forth, right? So you have to be able to write this down into a standard operating procedure. And then you do that for every single process that you have that is a minimum wage activity. Well, what qualifies as a minimum wage activity? A minimum wage activity is any activity that doesn't generate revenue directly. Okay? And this is basically a cheat code here that I've just mentioned to you. So you have to sit down and do a time audit. And every single thing that you do that doesn't generate revenue, that's not a revenue generating activity, you need to let that go as an entrepreneur. And yes, the person that you're going to give it to isn't going to do as good of a job as you are. And that's completely okay. Okay. You just have to set the standard of what you don't want to fall below, and communicate that with your employee and make sure that they don't fall below that standard. So some of the activities in this car rental business that don't generate revenue are talking to customers on the phone, texting customers, coordinating pickup, doing airport drop-offs, right? All of these are not revenue generating activity. Okay, though these don't put customers in the door. These don't bring money into the business. What brings money into the business is marketing, okay? Buying cars, okay? These two are revenue generating activities. And these are the two activities you need to focus most of your time on. So marketing, what counts as marketing? Marketing could be ads, it could be social media, creating reels, right? It could be offers, so texting people directly and offering them your product or services, right? And then anything around that counts as marketing. Okay, so you have to make sure that you specifically spend your time marketing your business and talking to people. So meeting people, talking to people about your business, those are revenue generating activities. Creating partnerships, those are revenue generating activities. Those put your business forward. And then buying cars. So in our business, buying car is a revenue generating activity because each car generates revenue on its own. Okay, so as a car rental entrepreneur, you have to make sure that you spend a majority of your time doing that, and then you delegate all your other tasks to employees. One of the very first things that I did was getting a virtual assistant. So anything virtual is done by the assistant. So I sat down, I made a list of all the things, two lists, all the things I do that are online and all the things I do that are in person. Okay, and I delegated all the online tasks to my virtual assistant, and all the in-person tasks I currently still do. Eventually, I will delegate that to somebody else as the business continues to grow. But the result of me delegating all the online tasks to a virtual assistant is because I was able to scale from 9 to 25 cars in 9 months. So I want you to think about that for a second. Okay, so it took me about 3 years to get to 9 cars. It took me 9 months to go from 9 to 25 by being able to delegate tasks, because I was able to focus 100% of my time on picking up more cars, talking to more people, and getting more cars in the door, marketing, right? And just putting my business out there. And the more people that know you, the more business that they can do with you. It's very, very simple principle, okay? So that's how you go from working in your business to working on your business. You need to start hiring. And if you're not comfortable with hiring, well, then you're not comfortable with growing your business. It's as simple as that. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you want to learn how to start and scale your car rental business, if you're serious, join my free Facebook community. We'll be opening up our mentorship very, very soon, and we'll give you the opportunity to join us. When I'm building and I'm teaching my students, we teach freedom, financial and location freedom, not just starting a business and working in the business. I'm teaching you how to build a business where you can step away, you can travel, you can have and live your lifestyle, and the business fits your lifestyle. The business works for you and not the other way around. So make sure you jump in there if that's something you're interested in, and I'll see you on the next video.